You wake up, and for half a second, your mind rests. And then it hits you again. The same weight on your chest, the same empty room, the same quiet that used to hold their voice. And somewhere underneath of all of that is a question you keep asking yourself. Is this what the rest of my life is going to be like? Because it's been weeks or months or years, and people told you that it would get easier by now, but nobody told you what to do when it didn't. Welcome back to the Grief Mentor podcast, and this is your host, Teresa Davis. If that question is sitting on your heart and mind today, if you've been wondering whether this kind of pain ever softens, or if it just becomes the shape of your life, stay with me, because there's something I want you to know about this question and about the answer God gives us for it. If you're grieving the death of your child and you want the steps that lead to believing with confidence that life is still worth living, then you're in the right place. Hello, I'm Teresa, a grief mentor. That's been where you are, and I teach grieving moms like you how to navigate life after child loss. If you're ready to take a step of courage and build a solid foundation to live with hope and purpose, then I'm here to teach you how. Are you ready for what God has for you? Then I'm ready to teach you. If that question is sitting with you today, am I always going to feel this much pain? I want you to know something. You're not alone in it. That question is one of the most honest things a grieving mom asks. And it usually shows up in the quiet moments, in the car, in the middle of the night, in the grocery store. Asking that question does not mean anything is wrong with you, friend. It means you are paying attention to what you are actually carrying. And honest is where God meets us. You're carrying something that no human being was built to carry alone. Take a big, deep breath with me right now, just one, because you're still here, you're still showing up, and that counts for more than you may know. I've sat across from moms that were 2 years out, 5 years out, 10 years out, and I'll tell you what I've noticed. That question, is this always going to feel like this, shows up in every season. The words to describe it are just different each time. In the first year, it sounds like this. I can't survive this pain another day. A few years in, it sounds like this. Why does this still feel so hard? And further down the road, it sounds like this. Is this just who I am now? Someone who carries this forever? So let me tell you what I've come to know after sitting with many moms and after walking this journey myself. The pain does not leave the way we hoped it would, but it also does not stay exactly the way it is right now. Something changes, something shifts, not because we get over it. Okay, we don't get over our children's death. Time doesn't heal it because time doesn't heal anything. But this is the answer, friend. It's because who comes close to you in it? And that is where I want to take you next. I want to share a verse with you today. And before I read it, I want to ask you to do something for me. Don't skim past it because I know you've heard it. It's one of the most quoted verses in the grief space. It probably gets sent to you on cards and in text and sermons more than any other verse in the Bible. And because of that, it's easy to let it slide right past you without ever hearing what it actually says. Sit with me for a minute because I did a deep dive on this verse and I want to open it up to you and show you what's inside. It's Psalms 34, verse 18 in the New Living Translation. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. He rescues those whose spirits are crushed. Let me read it to you one more time. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. He rescues those whose spirits are crushed. Now, I want to take you into the Hebrew for just a minute because the words underneath this verse are stronger and more personal than our English translation can hold. The first word we're going to break down is the word close. In Hebrew, it is spelled G-A-R-O-B. Now, I'm not going to try to attempt to pronounce these Hebrew words because I'm pretty sure I'm going to mispronounce them. But I want to teach you what it means. This word, G-A-R-O-B, used in the Hebrew, is translated close in the English, doesn't mean nearby. It's not that kind of close that describes, someone, a neighbor down the street. It's used for the biblical words of kinsman. It means family. It means someone who has blood ties to you. It's the closeness of belonging, not necessarily closeness of proximity. When God says he is close to the brokenhearted, he's not saying I'm in the general area, okay? He's saying, no, I am your kinsman. I am the one who shows up because you belong to me. Let that sit with you for a moment. That's a different kind of closeness, okay, than we can grasp in our human mind and understanding. Now let's look at the word brokenhearted. The Hebrew word is S-H-A-B-A-R, similar to shabar. Now this is not a soft kind of poetic word. No, it's has more of a raw meaning. In fact, it's a word used for pottery being smashed on the ground, for something shattered so completely that it can't be put together the way it was. Okay, so that is the word that God chose to describe the heart that he draws close to. Not the one that is just mildly sad or softly disappointed. No. The one whose heart is shattered. The one who feels like that their life hit the floor and broke into 1,000 pieces that will never fit together the same way again. That is you, friend. That is me. That is us as grieving moms. That is the mom who buried her child. That is the heart that God is talking about. Oh, friend, if there's one thing that I pray you take away from our time together today, is understanding who God really is and the compassion that he has for us in our grief. The next word I want to break down is the word rescue. It is spelled Y-A-S-H-A. Okay, let's break this down. It doesn't mean a light sort of help or assistance. No, it's much deeper than that. It means it carries the weight of delivering us out of distress, bringing into safety or spaciousness, saving from something that feels overwhelming or confining. Oh, friend, I don't know how that word confining landed on you, but it hit exactly how I felt when Andrea was no longer walking beside me. It's actually the same root that we get the name Jesus. Let that sit with you for a minute. So why does this matter? It matters because when it says God rescues the crushed in spirit, it's not saying that he immediately removes the pain. It's saying he steps into that crushed place and begins to bring you out of it into a place of safety with him. Inside of that statement is intention, and there's presence with a purpose. Let your mind absorb that for a minute, friend. And then we come to the word crushed. In Hebrew, the word is D-A-K-A, and it means pulverized, ground down into dust, the end of you, where there is nothing left of you to hold up the weight anymore. Dhaka is the place where you whisper, I can't do this for one more day, Lord. And what does the verse say that God does for the Dhaka? He rescues. He steps into that crushed place and brings you out of it into a place of safety with him. not from a distance, friend, not by telling you to pull yourself together. No, no, no. He rescues the way a kinsman rescues family. So hear this verse again, but hear it the way that David actually wrote it. The Lord, your kinsman, your blood is close right here to the ones who have been shattered. He steps into that place and brings you out of it into a place of safety with him. That is what he's doing in you right now, in this very season where you are asking if the pain is ever going to let up. He has not walked away from your shattered heart. He has walked toward it. So let me bring this back to the question we started with today. Am I always going to feel this much pain? The honest answer, the compassionate answer, the one I can give you without misrepresenting the facts is this. The love will never leave. And because the love will never leave, the missing will never leave. These two live in the same place inside you now. But the shape of the pain changes over time. The sharpness softens in places, not everywhere and not all at once, but in places as he begins to bring you out of it into a spacious place. You begin to learn where it cuts. You learn when it's going to catch you. And you learn to breathe through those hard moments instead of being leveled by them. And slowly, without you even noticing when it started, you become someone who carries love and pain in the same heart at the same time without being destroyed by either one. It's not getting over it or moving on, but it's you still standing with your kinsman close to your shattered heart, being held up by his righteous right hand. Here's the deeper truth that I want you to take with you today. You're not always going to feel this much pain exactly the way you are feeling it right now. The love for your child does not fade. In fact, it grows stronger. The missing does not fade. But the one who is close to the brokenhearted is doing something inside of you that you cannot see yet. He's not removing the pain, but he's teaching you how to live held. Small steps, one at a time, but they add up. If you're sitting with this question today, am I always going to feel this much pain? I don't want you to walk away from this episode and go back to carrying it all alone this week. So I want to invite you into something. It's called being a Grief Mentor Insider. It's my email family. And it's for moms who want something steady coming into their week, not just when they happen to remember to open the podcast. Every week I send out a nurture email. It's just me showing up in your inbox with a reassuring word for wherever you are in your week. Inside that email, you'll also find easy links to the newest podcast episodes and whatever platform you listen to. And every week, also inside of my newsletter, is a link to the Grief Mentor blog. Because I know that some days you don't have the energy to listen. Some days it feels better to read. There's days when your head is too loud or too tired or too full. So on those days, sometimes it helps just to be able to read something instead at your own pace and in your own time without anyone's voice in your head but God's. Now, that blog is there for those days. If that sounds like something you need, you can go to my show notes and find the link to sign up, or you can go to my website at thegriefmentor.com. Just look for the Grief Mentor Insider. I would love to see you there. Now, before you go today, I want to leave you with this. The question we started this episode with today is, am I always going to feel this much pain? It's not a question that you have to have an answer to today. You don't have to figure it out for the rest of your life right now. All you have to do is one small thing. Let him be close. Let him be a kinsman to you in the middle of the shattering. Just let him be near. He's not asking you to stop hurting. He's not asking you to be further along than you are. He's not even asking you to have a good day. He's just simply asking you to stop carrying this alone. And every time you let him sit with you in it, every single time, he is teaching you how to live held. The pain is real and the love is real. And the Lord, who is close to the brokenhearted, the one who comes the way a kinsman would, is nearer to you than you are able to grasp. Keep letting him be close. Keep letting yourself be held. Keep letting the one who is your kinsman do what no distant God could ever do. And that's all I have for you today. So until next time, take care.